Hey everyone, it's Pamela Ferguson. Today we are going to talk about something that is so huge right now, and it's all about your lashes. So it's going to be the big debate between lash extensions or lash serums, and there is a big debate. Some people swear one way or the other. Let me preface this by I really didn't pay much attention to my lashes, and I didn't really focus on them until probably about 2 years ago, and I realized what a huge difference it can make to your eyes, because you know your eyes are the window to your souls, and everybody sees your eyes first. So it is not a wonder that people are so focused on lashes right now. So I wanted to break down the pros and cons of each to figure out, to help you decide maybe, you know, which one that you might want to do. So let's talk extensions first. And if some of you, and I've not had extensions, I've just gone off my research on this. So if you've had them, go ahead and comment and add in any additional things that you might know that I probably or might not know. So the first thing is when you get extensions, you have to have an initial appointment. It's kind of like if you've ever gotten gel nails. You get an initial appointment, and they literally put each eyelash on you as you go. And then every 2 to 3 weeks you need to get them filled, kind of like when your nails grow out. That's kind of how that is done as well. But just like with your nails, you do notice some growing out, and there's that time period between when you get them done and you get them filled where they're not looking the best that they really are looking. So generally, your first appointment takes about 60 minutes, where they individually glue on each of those eyelashes to your skin or to your lashes, and they do use glue. So that is one thing. If you have issues with sensitivity or things around your eye, that's something to consider if you are considering wanting to do extensions. So the initial cost for that initial appointment is about $150 to $200. Where you live across the country, I'm sure that's going to vary, but in general, $150 to $200. Now, it's very important for your first 12 hours after you get extensions, you're not wiping your eyes and you're not getting them wet, because that glue really needs to set. So really try not to do that. As they grow, so about every 2 to 3 weeks, you'll need to get them filled in. Probably about the 2-week mark is what I read, is that some of them may start to fall out. So it may look a little sparse sometimes when you're getting to the point where you need to have them redone again about every 2-3 weeks. I'm sure it varies by person, but in general. So keep in mind that the initial appointment is going to be about 60 minutes. And then you also need to get it filled every 2 to 3 weeks. So if if it's really a time crunch for you, you have to decide if you can squeeze this time in or not. One of the amazing things about extensions is that as soon as you get them, they're on point. They look amazing. Right away, you walk out of the salon and they look great. So that is a definite bonus for extensions. So probably if we're talking about just filling, not even the first appointment, we're probably talking about $220 to $300 every 2 months. Now let's talk a little bit about serum and how it may different from extensions. So one of the main differences is time. The serum, you don't have to set aside 60 to 75 minutes to have them initially put on. It's kind of like a little nail polish. It has that little brush on the end. So you open it up and you literally just put a swipe on at the base, like where liquid eyeliner would go, at the base of the lashes, and then you move on. So it takes not 10 seconds each lash, I guess, and you do it every day. So 10 seconds every day. One thing about the serums is the downside is that it takes a good amount of time before you can actually do you notice a difference? Because your lashes have a natural cycle. So what happens is that, as they're nourished and they stay a little bit longer in there, they give you that look of being longer and darker and thicker because of that. But it could take 4 to 5 weeks. So if you have an event that you want to go to and you want your lashes to be on point, a serum is not for you. That's long-term benefits, but a serum for a specific night, a week from now, they're not going to be on point for that. That extensions is the way to go for that for sure. It does not damage your own lashes. These are your own lashes. So you're not putting any glue on there, you're not having any issues like that, and then as they fall out, or you're not going to have any issues with having no eyelashes because they're being pulled out or irritated or whatever by the glue. Also, if you do not follow the directions, it might irritate your eyes. So if I actually did this at first where I was using it, and this is a case of more is not better. And I didn't realize that. So I was putting more on and it was getting to my eyes and irritating them. And what I found is that I cut back on the amount quite a bit of what I used. Not the frequency, I still did it mostly every day. And then the other thing is that I switched on putting them on in the morning instead of the evening. I found that when I put it on the evening, then I went to bed and laid on my pillow, it tended to irritate my eyes more. So morning for me was better, and then I didn't have any issues for that. So the other great thing about the serum is that even though you put it on the top, it also helps your bottom lashes. I don't know if you can see my bottom lashes too. It helps your bottom lashes as well, versus extensions, it's just going to be wherever they put them. They may put them on top and the bottom, but I think most people just do them on top. Let's talk the cost on some serum too. So generally it's about $135 every 2 to 4 months. This serum that I'm talking about, you can also use it on your brows. So if you have plucked a little too much in the 90s or the 2000s, you can, I think I told you I was informed by my daughter that I had done that, so I better start using the serum on my brows too. I think my brows are good, but a teenager, you know how it is. So anyway, you can use them on your brows as well. And 2 to 4 months, if you use it on your brows, it's obviously going to last a little bit less than if you don't use them on the brows. And that's so $135 every 2 to 4 months. The other thing, okay, so let's talk about the annual cost comparison, because I'm all about a numbers person. So let's talk about extensions. Okay, not including the initial appointment. This is the annual cost, $1,320 to $1,800 a year. Plus that additional $150 to $200. Okay, that's our annual amount. And for the Lash serum, it's about $405 to $810 a year. So we're talking about, on the high end, really about $1,000 less for the serum on the high end, and maybe $900 less on the low end, I guess, for the serum. But again, the pros and cons for the extensions, the pro is immediate results. Just boom, they're on point, they're looking very good, and that's huge. But some of the cons about extensions is they're pricey, and they're also time consuming. So if you're somebody who's like, dude, I don't have any time to figure that, set a time, to go to the salon 60 to 75 minutes every few weeks, and it is a lot. It's time consuming. And then the other, really I think most important con for me is the potential, the glue damaging your own lashes. So I don't like that part. So that's not really, I don't like that. That's a definitely con for me. And then let's talk about the serums. The pro is that it is cheaper. And it's your own lashes, and it does the top and the bottom at the same time. But a con is that it takes a long time to see results. We're talking 4 to 5 weeks, and then they pop, because the lash does have a natural life cycle to it, and so that makes sense that it's not immediate. So you kind of have to play it by what your goals are. Do you need something immediately? Then lash extensions are the way to go. Or if you'd like to keep your own lashes and save actually quite a bit of money, you can go with a serum. There's several out there. Obviously, I use the serum, so you can look at my eyelashes. But I get comments on my lashes all the time. I love it. I can't imagine, and since they're my own, they don't feel like, like weird that I have something on my eyes. or anything like that. So I would say for me, my best thing was to do with the Lash serum. Thanks for coming on today. Hope you're having a good Friday. And I just wanted to remind you, if you want to know more about me and what I do, you can always check me out at www.realpamelaferguson.com. Enjoy your day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.